I know I did moan about this because the weak point on the stock, there's a couple of weak points on the stock where it goes on, but still I do like this. It's a nice short one, it's not fully extended, it's nice and lightweight. So, you know, and 250 feet per second just with this standard elastic, that's absolutely fine, absolutely fine. It's great fun to shoot, so I do really like this. This, on the other hand, yeah, well, I mean, this must be 3 times the, I'm not even bothering weighing things, this must be 3 times the weight of that. It's not got as long a power stroke as I say, but it's got the ability, because of how it's structurally designed with more strength, to be able to use higher strength elastics. So, you know, I could try lots of different things on this, and I'm not going to bend these bars, but it's only got a 27-inch power stroke. Yeah, so there's lots of experiments I'll be doing. I mean, yeah, it is a big heavy thing. It's got a folding stock. It comes with this red dot sight. They're not fantastic, the red dot sights, but the stock folds, but it doesn't fold flat, it only folds there, so it just makes it a bit easy to put in a case if you wanted to travel and take it somewhere. I'd like that to fold all the way flat, and also it don't have to rattle about and it's loose. You can't really tighten anything up. Look at that. I mean, that is garbage. I hate anything like that. There's nothing really to tighten up. So you've got that rattling about and annoying you. So I'm not really that impressed with that. But anyway, let's have a go. Now look at the cheapo rifle Slingshot has actually got a 31.5-inch power stroke, whereas this monstrosity here, the big heavy one, has got only a 27-inch power stroke. You can see the difference there, look. So in theory, if they both use the same elastic, the cheap Slingshot should be more powerful. That's, you know, got to be a fact. That's got to be a fact. It can't be nothing else. Yeah, so what I intend to do is take that elastic off there and put it on that. Remember in episode 1 where I broke that? I broke the stock on that, trying to load it with that orange elastic, which is more powerful. Well, this elastic here isn't so powerful. Be interesting to see over the chronograph what this one does. You know, because it's a big, heavy, cumbersome thing, you'd expect a lot more power than that one. But I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a lot more power at all with that elastic. But it'd be interesting because of the frame on this type of Slingshot. You can use heavier elastic and you're not going to bend it like on that one. So in theory, I can try the heavy orange elastic on this, and that should give me some better velocities. But at the moment, I'm going to get the chronograph out, and I reckon this one, the heavy one, isn't going to be, that was doing 250 feet per second. I don't think the heavy one's going to do much more, because it may have powerful elastic, but it's got a shorter power stroke. You see where I'm going with all this? So anyway, it's just a matter of swapping and changing elastic and see which gives the best results. So, let's get the chrono out and have a try. This one loads completely different to the other Slingshot. So, see that silver catch there? Pull that up and it just rests on that screw there with a little hole, and this all moves down. So that moves down to the front to load it. And then all you do is pull it back under pressure and it should lock back in to there. But you sometimes have to wiggle it about to lock it in place. I don't like the design, not a very good design. I think a lot of them are like that. Keep it simple, and it is simple, but it's not really 100%. You know, there should be some more positive way to pull it up and lock it into place. But it works, it does work, it does do the job. You just got to probably wiggle it about just to make sure it's locked into place.
Right, there's a sheet behind that, and hopefully that will catch some of the steel balls. The crony's all set up, and I'm using 8mm steel balls. I don't bother with the smaller 6mm ones, just the standard 8mm ones. Look what I found as well. That's quite a thick steel road sign. But there's no pressure when you're putting this in the pouch. There's no pressure to pull the elastic back. Far easier to load. These are far easier to load because there's no resistance from the elastic. Yeah. Until you put your foot on it and then pull it up. Same as I say, make sure you watch that it's clicked into place. Let's try again. 189 feet per second. You're having a laugh. 201. Well, you don't have to put your foot on that protruding foot stirrup bit that's there. You can just pull it down like that. Yeah, easy enough. All right, let's have another go. .200 feet per second. And the trigger isn't very good on this either. .201 feet per second. That trigger is abysmal. It may be 3 times the weight of the cheaper one and not look as solidly constructed, but it's 50 feet per second slower. That's a hell of a lot. 50 feet per second slower. And that's going to be due to the reduction in the power stroke. And this obviously comes with some dodgy elastic. The trigger is diabolical. It's got a long creep on it and sometimes won't even go off until you really pull hard at the end of the travel. It's that trigger is just really bad. So at the moment, that cheaper Slingshot is winning hands down. But it's still going to be interesting to change the elastic. Put this tube elastic on the cheap Slingshot and see what it's going to do over the chronograph. They're the flat bands, by the way, which are supposedly faster than the tube bands, but there's lots of conflicting advice over tubes and flat bands. Right, even with that elastic that's not as powerful as that other orange one I've got, you can't practically put it on this and load it. It's too hard to load. I mean, the flat bands are far weaker, easier to load, but they're giving the really good velocity. So, also in the rubber, what stops the rubber from coming out is little steel BBs, and one's just come out of one of those, and I'm like a tramp in a skip looking for an old sandwich, trying to find this steel BB that's in the floor from that. Anyway, right, the next thing I'm going to try, I'm going to get the really powerful orange elastic and I'm going to stick it on that. See if that abomination can redeem itself. Let's try it. Okay, the heavy Slingshot with the heavy elastic. Surely that's going to work, and surely it's going to give us decent velocities. It's got the strength to hold the elastic, as long as I can pull it back to load it. And it's got the power, because this is the heavy elastic. Will I be able to load it? Will it load? Will the elastic fly out? See. It's loaded. So this works with a heavy elastic like I thought it would. See what velocity it gives. If you can pull the trigger. No way. Error. That was ridiculous. Can't even pull the trigger. I need a result on that chrono, so we'll have another go. Look at that. I mean, I pulled the trigger halfway in and it's stuck there, not doing anything. Now I've got to get a yank again. I can't even do it with my fingertip. Ugh, that was difficult. 242 feet per second. So it's, yeah, it's nearly, well, it's about the same power as this one with the nice, easy to load flat bands. Yeah, so we'll go back to what I said in my first video, less is more. So this is definitely, you know, it looks like a pit bull, but it's got no teeth. Even with the heavy elastic, it's got the shorter power stroke against it, and there's an issue with this trigger. Now, I don't know whether this is one that I've got and it's a dodgy trigger, no idea, or whether they're all going to be like this, I have no idea. But the trigger is a big issue, because maybe you can tailor the elastic, cut the elastic down, get different bands, and you're going to get some more speed out of this, definitely, because you've got the structure of the steel frame on this as the strength. So you will be able to, if you can be asked to mess about, which I'm not really, if you can be asked to mess about, you can probably get, you know, you might get up to 300 feet per second with it, but I think the more you increase the velocity, the more resistance is, that the trigger can't even cope with 250 feet per second. So at the moment, to me, that's just garbage. This, for half the price, is the clear winner in almost every respect, and the trigger is nice and smooth as well, because you haven't got all that resistance, because it doesn't need to have all that resistance, because you've got the extended power stroke on this. It's longer, so it's more efficient. It makes the elastic more efficient, so you get higher velocities. Yeah, I'm sticking to this cheap one, and I can recommend this, even though I broke the stock, but that was my fault for messing about with too powerful elastic that it's not designed for. Right, I'm back to shooting this one, just for a bit of fun, because this one is really fun with the flat bands with no hassle. It's easy to load. Obviously this one loads different to that the big monstrosity one. But the trigger works fine on this one. It's not got a 3,000 pound pull like on the other. Look at that bottom one there. It's quite thin. It's not. Oh, sorry. It's quite a thick piece of metal. This is. It's not like I was shooting an old dustbin lid and a baking tray. Well, this is more substantial than them. On this one, I even made an ammo holder by using a bit of foam. That's got 36 caliber lead balls in it, actually. Quite heavy lead balls. So Velcro on the back, Velcro on here. Sticks on nice and tight. It's not going to fall off. And there you go, look. That holds some ammo on there. Right, I wanted to keep this video short, but, you know, I can waffle on for ages and ages and ages if I wanted to, but no one will listen, will they? No. Anyway, the slingshotshop.co.uk. I'll put a link into the video in the comments bit. If I remember, that's where I had these two slingshots from.
This one, yeah, there's an issue with the trigger. I don't know whether it's just this one I bought or it's all of them, but I don't reckon much to this. I wouldn't say don't buy it if you're prepared to jiggle about with it and experiment with it, yeah. So, but it's got a lot of bad points. There's a lot of bad points to that. But this one, these are on special offer at the moment. They don't come with the red dot sight though. But I've shot this quite a bit now, and it's dead reliable. The elastic's not broke yet. You get 5 sets of, I think 5 sets of elastic with these, and some clay balls or whatever they are to practice ammo. The trigger's good. It releases smooth. It's easy to load, easy to cock, and it gives 250 feet per second standard with these flat bands, which you can mess about with if you want to mess about, cutting them down and changing the bands. But don't do what I did. Don't put any heavy tube bands on, because it'll just end in a disaster. Hence I broke the stock, and you won't be able to load it anyway. So what it is, for what it is, if you buy one as it is, absolutely brilliant. Well impressed with it. I'm really impressed with this. So the slingshotshop.co.uk, check them out. They've got loads of ammo, accessories, different bands, loads of different types of catapults on there. There's only a couple of types of the rifle catapults on there. There's only this and that thing there on their website regarding the rifle ones. Whether they're going to have a few more of them different types in stock, I don't know. So the next one I will be getting, I'm going to get one of those Falcon ones that shoot over 300 feet per second. So I'm going to order one of them, and I'm going to try that. But yeah, I highly recommend this. This is the, I think it's the TSS Light slingshot rifle, and they're on offer at the moment, like $35.99 or something like that. So cheaper than all the other shops in the UK actually. So check them out, get one ordered, have a bit of fun on your garden. Nice innocent childhood fun. Act like a child like I do. You're going to live longer and you're going to be happier.